Yo, what's up everybody? OJ here, welcome back to another video, and you guys know that I had to talk more about Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition on the Nintendo Switch. This game is going to be fast approaching its release date of May 29th. I think that there's still a lot of loose ends that people don't know about when it comes to this game, and I wanted to discuss them here on the channel. So this is something that's kind of been going around since the game has kind of resurfaced, and Nintendo talked about it at the recent Nintendo Direct Mini. And I know it's more of a meme or joke at this point, but there still are some people calling it a remaster because of the way, maybe because of how Nintendo named it, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. But the game is not a remaster. It's not a 1080p port or just a simple code-based port, right? So when you're porting something, you take the code of the original game and you adapt it to a new system. It's not that. They basically remade the game on the brand new Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Torn of the Golden Country engine. The engine that they use for the Wii is no more in terms of what they're using. Obviously, they're using something that's built for an HD system like the Nintendo Switch. And the original engine for this game was built on the Xenoblade Chronicles 2, or Xenoblade Chronicles X engine, more like it, that was on the Wii U, then adapted to the Nintendo Switch. So the game is on a brand new engine considering where the first game was, and the game is remade with brand new textures, brand new models, brand new music, brand new lots of stuff that's going to be in the game. So by no means is this a port or an HD re-release by anything. It's really not that. It is a remake of the original game through in and throughout, where they take the full game, they don't split it up, they don't do anything weird or anything like that, and they put it out there. They remade the game in HD with brand new models, textures, and everything like that, and they adapted it to the modern system of the Nintendo Switch. So I just want to make sure that everybody's very clear on that. I'm not sure if there's anything else I can say to kind of convince some people that still want to say certain things, but no, please do not believe some of the stuff that some people are trying to push because of the name. Nintendo never calls things remakes, just to let you guys know. They're just calling it Definitive Edition because it is the definitive edition of the game, and the game's out on various different systems and different forms and everything. So the game is a remake. Obviously, if you look at the graphics, if you look at the comparisons, the game is a remake. So I don't think we need to talk about that anymore. I think we can kind of just squash that one. But anyway, let's go and get into some of the other stuff here, guys. So I want to talk about the game file size. So we did know beforehand that the game will be 13.7 gigabytes in file size. Now, for those who go all digital, this is a type of game that is all digital, and that's a very friendly game size when it comes down to it, because it's less than the 16 gigabytes in a standard Switch cart, so you know you're going to get the full experience on the cart. And also it's pretty friendly for your SD memory cards. Now, here's the one thing though, SD memory cards are fastly dropping in price. So if you don't have a memory card that can fit this game, make sure you check out Amazon. Make sure you check out some of the different retailers out there, because memory card prices are super cheap. You can get like 256 for like $30 to $40 sometimes. So if you're running low on memory and you need something to stock up for this game, go ahead and check out Amazon. They always have good prices on them. And don't buy one of those budget memory cards, you know, get the ones that are good, like branded and all that, just so you don't have any issues when you do pick up your game. Because I have had people report to me like, hey, some of these different cheaper memory cards, these off-brand ones, they'll jack up your save data or anything. So make sure you do that. Get a good memory card if you're going to go the digital route. If you're going to go the physical route, which I do want to talk about the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition Definitive Works set. We'll talk about that in just a bit. But if you want to go the physical route, it is going to be 13.7 gigabytes. All of it's going to be on the card. That also comes with the future connected DLC, which we will talk about in just a bit here. Now, another thing to note here, guys, with this game is that it will have cloud save data. Cloud save data is supported in this. So if you have multiple Nintendo Switch systems, and this is the really good thing about potentially getting the game digitally, and if you're not lazy like me, for example, if you get the game digital, you can simply just download it on your other systems. So if you have a Nintendo Switch, like a secondary one or a Switch Lite, no problem there. You can just download the game. If you get it digital, you can have it on your base Switch. You can download it on your Switch Lite or your other Switch or your Animal Crossing Switch or whatever the case is, and just use the cloud backup to easily transfer over your save. And I know I'm going to be doing that a bunch when I stream the game. I'm going to be playing it on my work Switch that I have here in my office, and then when I go to sleep, I'm going to be using my Switch Lite. When I lie down in bed and I'm watching Forensic Files or whatever the case is, I'm going to be lying down in bed and grinding out Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition extra missions with my Switch Lite. So that's something that I really do like. It's a great feature, and it sucks when games that have these addictive gameplay natures and RPGs don't support it. Most games do. Most of Nintendo's games do, but sometimes they don't, like Animal Crossing, for example, or even like Splatoon. But with RPGs, for sure, Nintendo's been pretty good with those when it comes to their RPGs and making sure that they all support cloud saves, Xenoblade, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, all those games. So very happy about that. Now let's go and get into a little bit with this definitive work set. Remember guys, there is a difference. So if you live UK boys, you guys have an amazing collector's edition that's much better than this one here because of the size in terms of manufacturing. They just don't have to manufacture a lot of those, so you guys always get these awesome collector's editions that we just don't get here because of production, which sucks, and I know it sucks. I'm going to try to see if I can import it, but if I can't, I'll just have to go with this Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Work Set that we're getting here. Now, in the Definitive Work Set, what you get is a 250-page art book full of beautiful landscapes, imposing monsters, and more. So you do get that, and the box is actually really cool. I do like the box, and that art just looks amazing. You can completely tell the scope of this type of remake with the different Bionuses that they have on there, man. It just looks absolutely amazing. I love the shade of red that they use with the Monado, and the font and text just looks absolutely amazing. So I'm actually looking forward to picking up this definitive edition, definitive work set, if I don't get the one from the UK, but chances are I'll probably see if I can get the one from the UK, and even if I get that one, I'll still get this one too, because I'm supporting this game to the max, and I'm gonna buy a digital copy as well. That's pretty much what I do with all of my Xenoblade games, because when people ask me like, hey, is there going to be a collector's edition for this? I said, yeah, there's probably going to be a collector's edition for this, and that's the reason why they're not going to shadow drop something, because like somebody was asking about shadow dropping the game, and I'm like, there's no way that this game is going to be shadow dropped. They need to talk about it. They want pre-orders. They're probably going to be a special edition, because pretty much every single Xenoblade game since the original Xenoblade had a special edition with X and also with 2, so it makes sense that they do one for this one, and this one's pretty nice. Even if we're not getting the super cool one from the UK, this one's still nice here, so not bad there. Now we are going to move on to what Nintendo of America had to say on Twitter about this game and discuss the future connected DLC, because this has a lot of potential, like huge things that can go on. Now we're not going to have any spoilers in this. If you haven't beaten Xenoblade Chronicles 2 or you don't know about Xenoblade Chronicles 1, don't worry. I'm not going to be spoiling any of the story with this, with the future connected epilogue that's going to be included. This is not a Torn of the Golden Country type of situation in terms of payment or anything like that. It comes with it. So that's how you know Nintendo and Monolith Soft had a lot of confidence in this product. This is so much confidence to give them the money, not only to make a full remake of the game when they didn't even want to, they didn't want to release this game here in the US, to go from that, 10 years ago to go to having a completely remade game, and also giving them the money to make new content, never before played at all. Putting that in as well, which is extra development time, extra resources, is amazing. But check this out, they're not even charging for it technically, because it's going to come in the package. So here's what they had to say. A new epilogue adventure, Xenoblade Chronicles Future Connected, will be playable immediately when you begin Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Even if you haven't finished the game's main story, find out what awaits in this new story when the game launches on May 29th. And that to me is just consumer friendly. I mean, people talk about sometimes Nintendo cannot be that, but this is one of the most consumer friendly things I have seen, which is just amazing. You don't even have to pay for it, and it's going to be in there. Now, something tells me that it's probably not going to be super long. I don't think it's going to be as big as Torn of the Golden Country, which was a whole, like, pretty much full game that was extra. I think Nintendo would charge for that. So this might be maybe less than 10 hours or something like that. I don't think it's going to be too long, and it might connect what's going on with Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade 2, which it sounds like that, but there could be more developments in terms of what they're going to do, and this could even technically lead to a Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Who knows what they're going to do with this? So I'm very excited to check out this future connected epilogue that's going to be included in there, and you can just pick it from the main menu. Fantastic. Thank you, Nintendo. Thank you, Monolith Soft, for that one. And the final thing that I want to talk about with Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition is the remastered tracks. So for those thinking about the music, like how's it going to be? Obviously, Xenoblade music is some of the best music in the industry, hands down. I love the Xenoblade soundtracks, and this one is even going to sound even better because they are remastering 90 different tracks for this game, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, which is just phenomenal because the sound from the game, considering on the Wii, I mean, it sounded so good with the music. It didn't sound like it was bad quality or bad audio. It sounded so good on what the Wii could do. Imagine pumping on your Nintendo Switch with a nice headset or a nice surround, or however you're going to play this game. Imagine playing it in that way. That is going to be absolutely amazing, and I am really excited for that. Like, I'm even thinking about getting a brand new monitor for this one just so I can enjoy it in the best type of way possible when I stream the game to you guys, because I already have a nice TV to play it on, and of course Switch Lite and stuff like that. So I have a variety of ways to enjoy the game, but man, I'm really looking forward to these 90 remastered tracks because Xenoblade music is always just so good. So a lot of cool stuff here, guys. A lot of great information. Just to kind of recap a little bit with the save data, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, Definitive Works set that they have with the special edition for here in the US. Future connected DLC being playable right at the start, which is included. No extra season pass or anything like that. So a lot of good stuff. And once and for all, this is a remake. This is a remake of the original Xenoblade Chronicles. Not a remaster, not a port, not anything like that. It is a remake, okay? Remake. The set definition from what you might hear from people use, it's loose. People can call things certain things, but for the most part, what you need to know is that this is not a port of the original code upscaled to 1080p, all right? This is a remake of the original game where they made from the ground up in the brand new Torn of the Golden Country engine. So there you go. That's all you need to know at this point. So what do you guys think about Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, the future connected, the different features, save data, the collection edition? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the link in the description. We've got Twitter. Go and give us a follow and stay up to date on all the latest gaming news and information. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next one. Peace.